Hello. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome back, everybody, all our participants after this short break. We are now starting with destination number 2, increased economy in key strategic value chains for a resilient industry. If you remember from Nicolas's presentation this morning, Cluster 4 has a total of 6 destinations. This is the second one, focusing on resilience, on resilient value chains. And it is covering topics on raw materials, topics on safe and sustainable by design chemicals and materials, on improving the resilience of EU businesses and SMEs, and on strategic innovation markets driven by advanced materials. It has 2 calls, a single stage call that is open on 8 December, and with the deadline for submission of proposals close on 20 of April 2023, and also a 2-stage call, 2023 Resilience 012 stage, which also open on 8 December, and with a deadline for the first stage on 7th March 2023, and the deadline for the second stage proposals on 5th October 2023. And now I would like to give the floor to our colleagues from the Directorate General for Research and Innovation. Jana Devolavova will present the first 4 topics on this part of the destination. Jana, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Yolanda. Good afternoon. Here, as it was shown before, we have the 5 topics which refer to different innovation markets. For your information, the innovation markets are part of Materials 2030 Manifesto, which can be easily found on our website. I will start with the first topic, which is called bio-inspired and biomimetic materials for sustainable textile. So here within this topic, we would like to refer to bio-inspired and biomimetic polymers for use as smart textiles materials, which will provide improved functionalities, for example, for outdoor use. What kind of materials we are talking about? It could be high-performance polymeric materials, polymeric materials that aim to reproduce specific functions and of natural polymers, such as adaptability, self-healing, adhesiveness, surface superhydrophobicity, chiral recognition, and bioactivity. What is also important is to look at the perspective of low cost, low resource, and low environment impact of these high performance durable fibers. It could be also non-woven and fiber reinforced composites. And the most important aspect is also to look on biodegradability and recyclability of these polymers. We also suggest that the consortia, which will submit the proposal for this topic, will provide scalability of these biomimetic materials for the manufacturing process, and will develop fast advanced materials by using digital tools such as modeling, simulation, and characterization techniques. We also suggest, and now we can refer to the new document, that the materials and products developed under this topic will be safe and sustainable, if possibly by design. And I mentioned the new document, so this is the recommendation for safe and sustainable by design assessment, which is again published on the Commission website. The topic here have the overall budget of 31 million euro, which means 6 to 8 million euro per project. It is an innovation action with a TRL starting at the level of 4, and at the end of the project, the TRL should be between 6 to 7. So this is for the first topic. Now I would like to ask you to change the slide for the second topic. And it is the topic which corresponds to smart sensors for the electronic appliances market. It is again one of the innovation markets, and we know that the sensors are a key technology for electronic appliances which can serve to society, especially in manufacturing, improving living conditions, reducing consumption of energy and precious natural resources, and even detecting the threats. So we suggest that this smart sensor technology can support self-monitoring, for example, in fitness and well-being, decentral personal health monitoring, environmental monitoring, as well as cooling and thermal distribution and supply chain management. We expect that these projects will contribute with the smart concepts and tools for evolving data analysis. And these sensors can cover the following activities. It could be the development of biosensors and chemical sensors, as I said, for detection or monitoring of analytes such as pathogens in the environment, in healthcare settings, in food industries, with fast scanning and sensor-based devices. What is also important to cover such specific properties such as stretchability, self-healing, self-cleaning, the use of wearable electronics and smart textiles for health and sport sector. We strongly recommend that the materials and products, again, developed under this topic is safe and sustainable. And the consortia should also look into new digital tools such as modeling, simulation and characterization techniques, or assisted advanced methods such as physics-based methods and models and machine learning or artificial intelligence. This topic requires the effective contribution of social and humanities discipline. And we also suggest that the projects will seek the collaboration with the existing relevant European, national, and regional initiatives, funding program, and platforms. The topic is research and innovation action with the overall budget of 31 million euro, and again between 6 to 8 million euro per project. The starting TRL is between 3 to 4, and at the end of the project duration should be between 5 to 6. So this was the second topic, and the third one is the topic covering sustainable agriculture with advanced either nano or bio or their combination materials. As you know that we are under the big pressure to reduce the utilization of fertilizers and pesticides at least by 50%. The problem is with their leakage into the environment, into the soil, water, and have a negative effect and impact on non-targeted organisms, flora, fauna, and at the end also on human health. So here we propose the materials which will be smart. It means with the function of targeted delivery directly to the plant parts. It could be to the leaves or to the roots, which will reduce first, their usage, and secondly, their leakage into the environment. So what we suggest is to use directly safe and sustainable by design recommendation. We also guide the proposals will look into specific guidance for risk assessment of the selected delivery systems, for example, through Europe Food Safety and Authority guidance on specific protection goal and ecosystem services, and so on. What is of paramount importance is that data produced during this development of new agrochemicals are fair, which means findable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable. And we also suggest the consortia will seek collaboration with the platforms such as IPChem and with clusters such as NanoSafety Cluster or European Platform on Life Cycle Assessment. This topic is again research and innovation action with the same budget. It is 31 million euro per call, 6 to 8 million euro per topic, and TRL between 3 to 4 in the beginning and 5 to 6 at the end of the project. And my last contribution will be with the with the advanced materials for magnets in the application for new energy market. Here we refer to the magnets, which are based on new materials, not rare earth metals, because we know that the most commercial and strongest magnets are now based on the alloy of neodymium, iron, and boron. Such we call them neodymium magnets. However, we would like to reduce the dependency on rare earth metals, and therefore we suggest these new advanced materials for high performance magnets must be available at an industrial scale and shall have also improved energy efficiency and performance. Mentioning this, we suggest that the overall energy or magnetic performance will be above 55 kilojoule per cubic meter with respect to commercial ferrites. These permanent magnets can be used in energy applications such as wind turbine engines for power generation, which are now of major importance for reaching the Green Deal ambition. We also suggest these magnetic materials can be, for example, based on the alloys of mangan and bismuth or other material composition. Even composite magnetic materials can be developed. Another suggestion is to partially replace neodymium. For example, it could be achieved with doped perovskite manganite oxide nanostructures. And what is important is that the consortia will use advanced materials models and simulation to extend the usage range of the current critical materials, provide the life cycle assessment and techno-economic assessment, and delivering scaling which will increase the production to an industrial level. This topic is research and innovation action again, with the same budget, 31 million euro per the call and 6 to 8 million euro per project. The starting TRL is again between 3 to 4, and at the end of the project should be between 5 to 6. So these were the research innovation action or innovation action within the innovation market topics. And now I will pass the floor to our colleague Sofia Fantecchi, who will present you the CSA topic. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Jana. So now we will talk about this topic 39, which is about the coordination and knowledge sharing across materials development communities. For this topic, the indicative budget is 2 million euros. The EU contribution for the project that would be financed is 2 million euros. And the action is a coordination and support action. What is it about? The scope of the proposed projects is quite extensively detailed in the context, where the main areas, 8 areas that should be covered, are described. This substance, this CSA stands in the context of the aim for an accelerated materials development in Europe, supporting the goals of the twin transition. It considers precisely that aspect, that the data generated and the knowledge required to achieve the target of a faster and outcome-driven materials development. So that aspect of the data, where outcomes are driven by societal needs, including sustainability, safety, as well as the requirements of specific markets, the innovation markets. This CSA considers 3 interlinked aspects. We have to ensure that data and knowledge from a wide range of methods employed in materials research and development is well integrated and readily available along the value chains, so that, for example, details of the materials found in a process or product are accessible to support end-of-life decisions. Second very important aspect is the CSA is meant to ensure that the data and knowledge obtained in one field of materials development, so targeted towards a particular market, can also be used and reused or reused on other value chains or innovation markets. The third aspect, it's important to ensure that this data and knowledge system works better for the end user. And this it's a summary in 3 classes of the 8 main areas to be covered by the scope. So the CSA should, of course, take stock of developments already available in that direction, coordinate the multitude of actions currently contributing towards these objectives, ensuring that the key goals of the twin transition are taken into account. So circularity, sustainability. And the CSA should work to overcome end users' hurdles via demonstrators and requirements analysis. Proposals, of course, should also build on or seek collaboration with the Materials 2030 roadmap and any follow-up actions. And here I invite you to look at the Advanced Materials Initiative 2030 and the available website. Then we also suggest, in order to ensure the interoperability and coordination of data architectures, projects, we suggest they should exploit synergies with Project Resilience 123, the one on computational modeling on safe and sustainable by design, the Data Spaces Support Center funded under the Digital Europe program, and the projects related to common European data spaces, in particular on manufacturing. In terms of outcomes, as you can see, the projects are expected to deliver 3 main outputs. First, this pathway for accelerating advanced materials research in line with strategic innovation markets, particularly for generating reliable data and information and for providing easy access. This CSA is, in other words, to contribute to the systemic approach called for in the manifesto to accelerate advanced materials development and uptake. So it addresses really one major need of the manufacturing industry in the twin transition. Second, as you can see, a common knowledge base for researchers and industry, increasing collaboration between strategic innovation markets driven by advanced materials. So in this rising digitalization and sustainability challenges for industry, this acceleration of advanced materials we are talking about, so engineering, acceleration of engineering and upscaling, can only be achieved with a better use of data. So improved data and information access and sharing. And this again, in the context of this systemic approach we would like to reach. So there are ways of working that need to be shared. So very important synergies between application areas or innovation markets should be identified and exploited. Third result, overcoming hurdles with regards to the use of digital tools for improved access to and valorization of data. For this, we intend to look at what happens along the value chain. Along the value chain, complexity increases, data reliability decreases. And this is really from the design of new safe and sustainable materials and processes through rapid upscaling and effective quality control during the whole manufacturing process. So very important to obtain reliable, available, shared, and meaningful data. And this is really how the modeling and the digital tools fit into the industrial system to solve main problems like tackle more complex R&D challenges, more cross-domain, faster integrate new alternative models into existing workflows, faster move from some proposed workflows to really executable solutions, and have faster and more autonomous decision making. So these are the three main results we would expect. And with this summary, I'm glad to answer questions later on to give further clarifications on the call content. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sophia, for the presentation of the CSI. Thank you, Jana, also for the presentation of the other research topics in this under this part of the destination. Now the floor is open for questions. I invite the participants to go to slido.com using the event code InfoDay and type your questions. Please enter your name when submitting a question, and also in case the question is on for a specific speaker or on a specific topic, we would appreciate it if you indicate it as well for the point to be more clear. I guess we need to give a bit of time for the questions to arrive. We have a first question. It concerns the limit extension of 3 pages for the topics requiring business plan, develop business plan. And the question is whether these 3 extra pages apply at first stage or at second stage of the application of the proposal. I think this is question general question on implementation.
They apply to the second stage.
Yes.
Nicolas, explain,
yes.
please.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. The next question, I think that Sophia would be Sophia would be the best one to answer it, because it concerns the CSA topic. And the question is whether it can include research on development of a digital tool. Sophia, can you take this question, please?
Yes, the CSA does not include research and innovation actions.
Okay, thank you. Very clear. The next question, specific for the topic Resilience 0134. Data must be fair, but industry will not want to see much published. Also, only 4 out of 6 activities are compulsory, but fair is compulsory. Jana, could you please?
Yes. I mentioned fair within the Resilience 34 topic, but of course it is not the only solely one where this principle should be applied. We always want the projects really think about it, how the data can be fair as much as possible. And we are also aware that industry is not willing to share this information during the during the intellectual property. But we need to somehow be transparent, especially when we talk about safe and sustainable by design, because if there will be block in the beginning of the value chain, then the other step in this value chain, and finally the consumer will be never sure if their product is safe and sustainable through overall life cycle till the end of the life. So this is especially important for these topics where safe and sustainability are considered as a crucial. I hope that I answered.
I think so. Thank you. We still have time to address additional questions, but it seems that there are no new questions coming in. We can wait a few more minutes. Also remember that questions that cannot be answered during today can still we can record them and answer will be answered on the funding and tenders portal. While we wait a little bit more for questions, let me also remind you that the national contact points will have brokerage events and specific for industry. This will be on the 14th December. So next Wednesday this week. So this could be also of interest for participants. Okay, there are no more questions coming in. So we can have a short break until the time for the next set of presentations. Or okay. So we will have a short break until the next set of topics that will be on the part of the destination on improving the resilience and preparedness of EU businesses, especially SMEs and startups. We will then start again for the next block of presentations as planned at 15:35.
Hello again. For those who are following the event, we would like to inform you that the next session starts at 15:40 Central European Time, which makes it around 25 minutes from now, 27 minutes. So please stay tuned until the next session.